don't understand that until we all think humanity comes before the economy, nothing will ever change, and power will keep uh the power and the money will keep running the world, right?
There it is. And on
Yeah.
that note, here we go. World
Okay.
Review. Our new show is called Uncut Movie Review. And welcome to Uncut Movie Review. Today we're going to review one of the top films of 2020, which isn't that hard to be because I think there were only like less than 20 films released in 2020 because before there was pandemic and then after there was only literally like 10 days left of non-pandemic still going to movie watching. But anyway, this movie we're going to review today is probably going to become a favorite. It's Wonder Woman 1984. My guest is always my fabulous co-host on the show. She's not a guest, she's a co-damn host. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it real, homie. That's what y'all doing. Y'all co-hosting the show. Okay? Ain't no he a host and she a guest. Y'all up here co-hosting together. Real talk. All right, January Ginger is with me. How you doing, January Ginger?
I'm good.
It's
I'm
kind of
good.
a tongue twister.
Is it?
It's kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard
Okay.
to roll it off my tongue. Speaking of which, you used to be Ginger Snap, and I want to remind
I
you
know.
before I
Yeah, okay.
forget. Right? There's this video. The artist is Dua Lipa. It's called Physical. When you get off the phone, watch it. Okay, it's on YouTube. Dua Lipa's video is called Physical, and she's got a character in the video called Ginger Snap.
Oh my God. Okay.
Is that crazy?
Okay.
So when I saw
Yeah.
that, I was like, whoa! You know, it's like when you work with somebody that you run into at Starbucks and you're like, you are awkward, you don't know what to say to them because you're like, well, we're not in the cubicle. I don't know
Okay.
what we talk about. Yeah, I'll see you later. Yeah, see you later. Okay. Anyway, okay, so let's get into this. Wonder Woman
Yeah.
1984. What is it about? The plot in a nutshell. You want to do that? You want me to do it?
No, you do that.
Okay. Here's the deal. It's been about 70 years since the first movie. And Diana Prince, who is Wonder Woman, sorry, spoiler, guess what? Wonder Woman's Diana Prince. And she, in addition to having the particular problem that no one can recognize her as Wonder Woman because she's wearing a headband, no mask, no facial anything, like, you know, she's got worse Clark Kent syndrome than Clark Kent because at least Clark Kent can wear glasses and you can't tell that he could be Superman. But Diana Prince is the exact same face, exact same makeup, exact same hair, but she got a headband on. She can't possibly be Wonder Woman. Kid, ain't no way. Anyway, if you get past that, understand it's a fantasy film. So the deal is that it's 70 years past the first film, and we find Wonder Woman, aka Diana Prince, living in existence where she's pining over, no pun intended, Chris Pine, the actor who plays Steve Trevor. She's hopelessly in love with this guy who died 70 years ago, and she's not living a life. She's probably the prettiest cookie in the bag. Like everywhere she goes, she stands out. She sticks out like a super sore thumb. She's like 6'20" with these long, luxurious legs and perky eyes and everything. It's hot. She's hot. Damn, she's hot. But she cannot find a man or a woman, right? Because that was happening in the 80s too. Like, okay. Anyway, she's having a rough time. So all the time she's eating alone. She's staying away from people. The only time she gets out is to kick a little ass as a superhero. And she inadvertently finds a crystal that will allow you to make wishes. And when she finds this crystal, she also finds a very nerdy girlfriend who is also interested in nerdy girlfriend shit. She never goes out. She's fine as hell too, but they never go anywhere, see anybody. And they find this crystal and they go for a wish. Now, you would think they would both wish to not be so damn nerdy and go live a life. But instead, the nerdy girl wishes that, but Diana Prince wishes for what? A man. Oh my God, can I please get a man? And not a new man. Can I please have the same old man I've been pining after for 70 damn years? So she
Love that
goes,
part. Aw.
oh God. So she goes and gets this man. Needless to say, we know in a movie, anytime you get something that you dream about or you wish about, it's not going to end up well. So, needless to say, the movie continues forward with a series of things that don't go well based on these wishes. One of them is the sub story with the billionaire, or he's a grifter who's pretending to be a billionaire. I know, too soon? Too soon? Anyway, he's pretending to be a billionaire. He's actually a fraud. Really too soon, ain't it? I know it stings a little. But anyway, he's a fraud and he uses the gemstone to wish upon some things that we'll talk about later in the review because they will come up anyway. That's the basic plot, and Wonder Woman saves the day and la 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 la. That's the plot in a nutshell. So the next question is, after we get past that, do I like the movie overall? Does January like the movie overall? This is the first time we very opposing. I didn't like it at all. I think it was some bullshit, and I want my money back. Like seriously, I'm glad I didn't pay for the IMAX. That's how badly I didn't like it. That's me. January, what do you think?
I loved it. I know that I went to my mom's to watch it, and she watched it, I think, 2 days prior, and she said, "Oh, I thought it was corny." It was okay. And I said, "Okay." I was like, "I like different movies than you, and if it's okay, I'll watch it." And it's rated PG-13, and I was like, "I like PG-13, especially when adults are in it." I really, really don't like extremes and violence and blowing up things and stuff like that. I think it's really cool and I think it's all right when they do violence in PG-13 because it's not as graphic. So those are the kind of movies I like. But the plot I saw, the movie that he explained, I saw it really, really different. I think that's why um I like it, and he didn't, because I wouldn't have explained it like that, and it would be totally different in every aspect that he said.
It's like we saw two different movies, huh? It
Yes,
is. But we
yes,
did because you saw the PG
yeah.
13 movie that you wanted to see, and I saw the movie that I saw that was some bullshit. So let's talk about. Okay, so here's the thing. So the next question is overall outstanding performances by actors or by characters in the movie. I I'll lead on it, but I thought that, and I still to this day, I think that the woman who plays Wonder Woman's character, um, for whatever reason, her name escapes me right now. The one time it shouldn't escape me, Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, she is kick ass. She is Wonder Woman. I don't care who else you might think you cast. She is it. She's the best as Wonder Woman because she probably lives a lifestyle similar to that, where she's very, very pretty and she always gets put upon by people and she's very humble with it. She never throws in your face. She's not a diva at all. I've seen her in interviews. She's great as Wonder Woman. You believe her in the action sequence. I don't think that there's not one time that it's over the top and you go, give me a damn break. You ain't pulling no, come on now. Right? So you believe her. She is great. Kristen Wiig plays the best friend. Kristen Wiig is also great. I have personally had a crush on Kristen Wiig for a long time. But she's great. Thing is, though, the thing is, it's the same Kristen Wiig that you see all the time. She didn't really do a different character. She's the same character in Bridesmaids. She's the same character a lot of times on SNL. Didn't do much for me. She's good, but didn't do much for me as far as great. And then the gentleman who played the billionaire, we won't say Trump-esque because too soon. Anyway, the guy who played that billionaire, he's great too. He's also the Mandalorian. He was also in Narcos. He is amazing. His name escapes me again, but that's okay. All right. So, what are your thoughts? Outstanding performances, characters?
So since I don't watch too many movies, um, I haven't watched movies in a very, very long time. I used to watch them when I was younger, but I don't. I didn't really know. I knew Chris Pine. I've seen him in things before, but I didn't know any of the actresses, and I don't really think I've seen anything that anyone has ever been. And the one that's a model, I didn't know. I looked them up prior to watching it, and I have never seen any of the other Wonder Womans. I knew Wonder Woman from a long time ago, whatever she was, but I'd never watched anything. So this is the first Wonder Woman that I watched. And
Mhm.
so I thought that it was good. I mean, considering I don't really know what these other actors act like. I thought it was good, but I suppose it's okay if an actor plays the same role all the time. I don't necessarily believe you have to do all of these different things to be great. If you're good at it, and then why not stick with it? I don't.
Well, okay. No, I feel you. Okay, uh, I feel you, but that is why it's called acting. Okay, we
Well,
don't
there.
want to see you be you. We want you to take us to the land where we believe that you're Captain Jack Sparrow and that you are really fighting aliens. Even though Will Smith plays the same damn character every damn
Mhm.
time. No, I mean,
And
but
yeah,
there's something about being transported. I mean, that's the movie experience. We want to be transported, right? We don't want to have the same old mundane experience. So
well, I suppose that you are transported by their acting because they are playing their character, and that character is what's transporting you. I think you want the actors to play different roles so you can see their diversity, and then you might think that they're better if they can do more. You see them in a different movie with a different type of feel, but you're still transported by that actor because obviously that model is not flying around with a fucking fluorescent whip. So, you know what I mean?
exactly. And by
Okay.
the way, Pedro Pascal is probably say it. He's the actor that plays the billionaire mammoth. I think he's great. I had to look his name up because I was trying to remember his name, and I actually don't know his name. He hasn't been famous enough, long enough for me to know his name, but I know his face when I see it. So anyway, I throw that out there. I thought he was
Yeah.
good. I didn't think that there were any bad acting performances in the movie. Like there wasn't one that stood out that was like, oh, geez, this guy again. They were all good. Everybody was
Yeah.
on point. The I think the action was on point. The
Yeah.
physicality, it was believable. It wasn't like
Right.
watching some other thing. Now that being said, dun, 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 I'm going to throw this out there. The next question on our list is notes about the film, tone, director, music. And this is what I do want to say. And this is, I'm not saying this just because it's the review. I swear to God, it's no. I'm not saying this just because it's a review. This is really what I thought and felt. Okay. When I was in the theater and I was waiting for the movie to start, and the credits were starting to roll, I was excited. I saw the Warner Brothers logo. I stayed excited. Okay. And then that name scrolled across the screen, that name of that director that ruined Justice League, ruined Batman versus Superman, Zack Snyder. When I saw Zack Snyder's name on the credits of this film as a producer, instantly I was like, this is about to be money lost.
Oh.
This is terrible. It's terrible what he's done to these superhero movies. And I hoped against hope that it wouldn't be terrible. But I'm gonna tell you what, when you see the movie first scene, maybe into the seventh or eighth scene, it's all like one good movie. It's all like you can tell it's directed by the same person, uninterrupted, director's vision. It looks great. From Diana Prince as a little girl on the island to Wonder Woman behind the scenes, walking through the cafes and the offices and blah 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 blah. But by the end of the movie, at some point, it's turned back into CGI battle, loud music, animation. I mean, what do you think? Do you agree?
Okay, so I'll tell you what, when it first came on and all the women were in the competition. So
Yeah.
my thoughts in this are that she's the only young girl among all these beautiful adult women that are trying to compete and win at something. So she's very good and she's very naturally gifted. Obviously, that's why she's there. And this is stating that, you know, she at a young age is being taught correctly how to harness that power of being a wonderful, strong, powerful woman. And she's being led in the direction to um, understand that power of hers, which is very great. And it's very great because she's so young and she needs to learn how to use it and use it correctly for the truth because they kept mentioning the truth. So she is absolutely very powerful and she's able to win it without having to cheat or do anything, but something happens as people make mistakes and she does take away that's cheating. And so even though she could have won it, um she's learning that, you know what, you can't win, that it's not about the win, it's about that journey and the race, and you've got to find the truth the right way. And so when she grows older and you're talking about she's looking for this man, the reason why she's looking for that one man and the reason why she's alone isn't because she's out looking for men and she's just blowing everybody up. She doesn't want to be. She knows what she wants. She's very, very deep and very connected with what the truth is and what love is. And the love that she did have, she wants to hold on to that. She's already found what she's wanted. And so that's why when she wishes for, when they get that stone, and oh, and the blonde girl, right? That's not really her friend. That's somebody she met through work. And so here's the thing about women. You have someone, Wonder Woman, and then you have the blonde girl. I can't remember what her name was, but in the movie. So she's very meek and she's nerdy and she's kind. And so what happens is she gains that power throughout the movie. And sometimes people don't understand what to do with that power and they use it. It would be in a way that is just self-fulfilling to them and to no one else. So Wonder Woman has already experienced this and she's gained that insight as that woman. So now but she also made a wish too. And the things that come with those wishes is there's always this something that it takes away from you. And so what happens is Wonder Woman, she's she wishes for her love, but she doesn't necessarily want this back because she wishes the ill against humanity or anything. She just doesn't understand that now she's actually come across this very powerful thing created by a very deceptive God, which actually brings this love back into her life. And so the woman, the blonde, wants to be like Wonder Woman, but in that she's gaining her strength and her power, but she doesn't have the consciousness of the other woman. So she's very self-motivated and kind of selfish because now she's getting this power and she's using it to just violently act out. And so that's also a very powerful thing because women, when they things like that between two women, you can learn to either use it for strength for humanity and in yourself, or you can use it because you just want to like, have control or power. And then when you get to the guy, was it the guy that stole the artifact, the gem, and he's wishing all these kinds of things too. And it just gets to that ultimate point where he's at the top now. He has all total control, and all of these wishes that are happening, they're all coming with these horrible, horrible effects, and it's also making him physically ill. So it's letting you know that you got to be very careful when you have power because um, I think people look to the politicians and to those what you people will call elite as they're doing these things that are very greedy and it's only them. But the thing is most of humanity is so far underneath it with the power that they don't have the money or the people in the know to control the world like that. I don't know how many people would or wouldn't. I don't know if people look at it like that. Not everybody's given a chance to do these things. In this movie, everyone is given a chance to have their wish. And when these wishes start happening, they're realizing that they're wishing for these things and then these other complications are coming into their lives. So when you have the person at the top that's like, yes, I'm ultimately getting what I want, and then he realizes that he has a son and that he loves his son, and the only way to get back the way it was before is to recant the wish. And so he's not, no one's gonna do it. No one's gonna recant the wish. But for one, the blonde girl doesn't want to because she likes where she is because she's got control and she was able to beat that guy up that kept hitting on her or whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants the ultimate control. And so I don't she doesn't I don't believe she has any children. So she doesn't have anyone or anything else to look forward to say, no, fuck this. I don't wanna have this control. I want these things that I love. But the guy, you know, he loves his son and he ends up recanting his wish, and then you have Wonder Woman saying, I recant my wish, because she had already given up her wish because she knew that the betterment of her and for the rest of humanity was to be whole. Because when she wished that wish, she started to lose her power, so she was losing something while gaining something like that. And so now that she has that ultimate power back, she's trying to let the man and also the blondie. What's her name?
The
I don't want
blondie.
to keep. Who was that
The
other
blondie.
blonde
You know, blondie.
to
I love it.
recant their wish? And so it takes finally for the man, after he's had all this complete chaos in the world, to say I recant it because his son, he realizes he loves his son. And then it never is really clear if Blondie there wants to recant her wish. But Wonder Woman is fighting and doing everything, but she's trying not to harm those that are not involved in it. And the others, they just didn't care. But so it just goes to show you that the masses, when the masses were recanting their wishes because they're realizing what's happening, not to say all wishes are bad, but that you realize that the consciousness of humanity can change as a whole when we all are focusing on something versus someone at the top making us do things that we don't understand, or
No,
whatever at the top, you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree with you on most of it. There's something that I want to say right off the bat is I'm really glad that you do the show because you bring a perspective and insight to the show that's important.
Yeah.
Um, here's what my main thing. This is like the elephant in the room. We're not talking about. We got to talk about this. Okay. I wondered if a woman would see the movie differently than a man for several reasons. One, it's a female superhero story, which we never really get to see. Women in superhero stories, as much as most of the time women in most action movies, are just relegated to just rescue me. I've slipped, I've fallen, the monster's like 3 feet away from me. I need James Bond to come and rescue me. So they don't really get much to do. And here is finally a movie about a woman who's a superhero, directed by a woman, story written in part by a woman. But I still feel that there were 2 movies that were being made. I feel that the director had the movie that she wanted. And being a woman, she knew what sensibilities she wanted Wonder Woman to have. She knew what moralistic story was important. But then I feel like the suits at Warner Brothers were like, yeah, but we need an action sequence here. Like there needs to be something going on because we're also making these movies for boys. And you know, we romantic interest, I get it, but we need the boys to be like, yo, she kicked the shit out of that guy. And that's what they pay to see. So we gotta make it work for everybody. Now, here's my main question in that. And I was so excited to ask someone, but I didn't get the chance to until just now. As a woman, are you really spending your life pining for a man? Like, is that even a realistic thing? Like, it's
Pining
70
for a man. Is that all you got out
later.
this movie? Was she's pining for a man?
She's pining like Steve. And it's like, you know what? I think that sets a bad example for young girls. It's almost like saying, okay, here we have this movie, and it's not just any movie, it's titular film. It's called Wonder Woman. Like she can do anything. She can fucking dodge bullets. Now she can fly. She can do anything. She's Wonder Woman. And what does Wonder Woman want most? She wants companionship from a man. And that to me sounds like um, a stereotypical man's view of a woman's life.
Oh,
And
okay.
I
So
think
no,
they
I
inserted that into the film.
I don't think of it like that. So everyone wants companionship, whether it's a man or a woman. And she's not just looking for any man on the street. She knew that she loved a certain man, so she wants that love. She knows how to love herself. So that's her true love.
Okay,
And
well
really when you
then here's my problem with superhero movies in general. Man. You have a person, Superman loves Lois Lane. Batman,
okay.
Batman's kind of a player. He ain't really got he ain't really got nobody for real. He's kind of like checking it all out, right? But Spider-Man loves MJ. And the
Yeah.
thing is, these superheroes have this one failing that they love one person so much that you got a bus of people in peril over here, and oh my gosh, Lois Lane broke her heel. Which one? Lois, here, let me get you some new Birkenstocks, baby. Hey, you good? You good, baby? Okay, you sure you good? All right, I'll see you later, right? Casserole. And then he goes to the people. Like it's this kind of storyline that's old. It's not even today's storyline. Now we live in a
Really?
world, this pandemic world. People are making it in ways that they didn't make it before. We're not living in the 1920s mom cooking home at dinner at home and
Okay.
dad coming. This is
Sure.
I wanted to see Wonder Woman do some real liberated new shit. Like,
Oh, why
you know,
not? Why not be liberated in knowing what true love is? Because when you find that true love, you're never going to be looking for anybody else. And it's you need companionship. You need interaction with others, and the male and female need to balance each other out. So if if a superhero you say, if they didn't have the distraction, right? If you call love a distraction, then maybe love isn't what love is to
okay,
someone
let me
like
throw this.
that.
Let me throw this in there. I'm gonna throw this at you, homie. Okay,
Okay.
so there's a big debate why the DC comic book movies aren't doing as well as the Marvel comic book movies, and I will
Okay.
tell you why, my friend. Because there's no annoying love story in the middle of the Marvel movies. Yes, there's a hint to Spider-Man loves MJ and he'll do anything for MJ and he loves his aunt and he'll do anything for her.
Mhm.
There's a hint to it. There's a mention, there's a scene or two, but it doesn't turn into let's go on a romantic jet ride through the clouds where I look deeply into your eyes, you look deeply into mine. There
Okay.
is a reason to steal a jet. Like what is this?
Well, okay.
This is not
So,
the Notebook. This is Wonder Damn Woman.
all right. Okay. So, just like humans, people, we are
Yes,
all different and we all love and we all don't. So, just like any other movie, a superhero has to have all of these aspects. So, why not have movies that have love and then other ones that don't? That way, more people will have seen superhero movies and they can actually talk to each other about them. Because if you only have one type of superhero movie, that means there's limited superheroes when there's infinite, okay? And their lives are all different.
I think it's good enough to have the love story. I agree with you. Superheroes have to have full, complete lives. It'd be interesting to see how superheroes feel about mortality and death. Like a lot of superheroes end up killing people inadvertently while they're saving other people. I'd like to see what they think about that. And I'd love to know what the superhero take is on sex. Hello, because
Well,
Wonder
okay.
Woman had sex. Hello, Superman has sex, Batman has sex, Spider-Man has sex. All of these people are having unmarried, probably unprotected sex because I can't imagine a condom that would work for Superman, right? So
Okay.
that's
Well,
sending another signal to kids.
okay. You said about them inadvertently hurting other people. So in the movie Wonder Woman, you'll notice that she did not want to hurt anyone. Even when the guys were shooting at her, she said it's not their fault. And she did not hurt them like that. She, it, if you paid attention to that, you would see that she has already learned don't kill unnecessarily. She doesn't want to kill.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
But what about the emotional distress that the guy whose body Steve Trevor was using for a few days, when he finds out one day, and he will find out, damn it, I was with Wonder Woman for a weekend? Are you serious right now? Like Wonder Woman was at my house in my
Okay,
t-shirt.
so
Wonder Woman.
obvious, I would say that like attracts like. So if Wonder Woman was with this person, he has got to be on the same level of consciousness somehow, living a different life than her. So I don't know if he would talk like that, but you never know.
Okay, I'll give that. I'll give that. Best scene in your opinion. In your opinion, what was the best scene in Wonder Woman 1984?
When she didn't kill the blondie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that. My best scene was the little girl jumping onto the horse. The part of the race where she jumped onto that horse, for me, that was like the deliverance to me. I was like, now this is what a movie should be about. This little girl is empowered, she's intelligent, she's doing everything the right way, which is why she's ahead of these other people. These other people probably, what do they call it? They probably, when people don't give you the benefit of the doubt, they think they just know you won't win. They probably did that to her. They probably thought, oh, this little girl, she can't win. She can't win. Right. Underestimate.
Some,
They underestimate.
not all. Not all, but some. Yeah, sure. That's
Yeah.
everybody. That's everything you do in life.
Yeah.
Everything you do, there's going to be those people that will think exactly that.
So that
That
was my best scene. So would you recommend this movie?
I loved it. I would recommend it. And it just it just depends on how you see movies, how you see life, how you see other people, whether you like it or not. If you're the type that doesn't like the romance and you like the action, okay, well now you gave that a shot and that's not your style, but at least you got to see it and you got to hear how I felt about it. So
And you move on. Yeah, one of the
yeah.
things that I think, it wasn't my favorite scene, but it was a very hallmark moment in the movie, was the way that, at least in this particular action superhero movie, the final battle between the good guy and the bad guy was not about fists. She managed to use reasoning and logic to do something powerful without it having to be about, now which one is going to destroy the bigger building, who's going to throw the most bricks. It wasn't that type of conclusion. I don't want to say what kind of conclusion it was, but it wasn't that type of conclusion, and that was very refreshing to see. Overall, would I recommend it? Yeah, I would recommend it. I know I bashed it, but it's a superhero movie. It's not supposed to be taken for life issues and matters, but it's good that there are some. And that's a big change. Like Batman movies, there's no life lesson there. Batman is just beating the shit out of people whenever he wants to, and the Joker's going crazy and blah 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 blah. And I liked that this movie. I will say one thing about costumes, though. I think that when you watch the Marvel comic movies like Captain America and Thor, and I think their costumes look more realistic than Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Aquaman. There's something about the Warner Brothers thing with costumes and flying and magic. Like, they spend too much time with it. I think that's what makes their movies lag. They spend too much time with, like, oh look, he can like spin this thing really fast and it levitates him and he starts to fly, and look, he's flying, and now he's flying and he's flying over city. I think they spend too much time with that and not enough time with characters and character building, and I think that's why their movies don't do as well. But anyway, that's my sense. Although Joker did very well, but Joker doesn't have a lot of costumes. Joker has like one costume and it's not all purple and green. It's just kind of a thing he wears. Anyway, enough of my yapping. You were gonna say?
Oh no, I liked Aquaman. I thought that was a cool movie. I haven't really seen that many.
I haven't seen Aquaman.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah,
I'd like to see what you think of it.
Yeah, the aqua part of it already had turned me. I was like, aqua? No, hell no, hell no.
It's good. I liked it. I thought it was good. I'd like to see what you'd like because maybe we would disagree on that one too. I
A
thought
lot
that it
of
was
people
deep
like it.
too.
A lot of people like it. I didn't see it. A lot of people like
Great.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Last final question before we run out of time is your rating overall, 1 to 5 stars. You gave Back to the Future 5 stars.
Yeah.
You gave Home Alone 5 stars.
I gave it 4 to Home
Home Alone
Alone.
you gave 4. Oh, you gave
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 4.
I gave Back to the Future 5, Home Alone 4. I like this one. I do 5 on this one. I
You
like
like
it.
you like this
Yeah.
more than Home Alone?
No, it's not that well, yes, I like them both. I didn't like in Home Alone how his relatives were all assholes to him. So
Yeah.
there's things I didn't like in that movie. But no, I liked Home Alone. I do like the Wonder Woman movie better though.
Well, there
Yeah.
you have it. Hey, man, it's been Uncut Movie Review. Ace Micheals and January Ginger in the house. We'll be back next week with another review. You guys are more than welcome to send us movies you'd like us to review. If you think we should continue to do movie reviews, you might be like, your reviews suck. Stop that. Anyway, that's what's up, man. You know what I say, man. I'm going to say a lot more in 2021. Live the life you love. Love the life you live. Thank you. January Ginger is so much fun.